welcome to my channel. Have you ever put a smiley, pleasant face when no one was watching? Well, this happened to me. My last telephone conversation, I was like, oh my God, because I have more body awareness now, and I just saw that I was on the telephone, I was talking, and I was with that smile, like listening with that, all this tension in my mouth. I said, oh God, what is going on here, right? And I have to say, normally I wouldn't even notice it because, I mean, it's so normal. It's like a part of the conversation for me. And I was, wow, this is really tense. And the absurd of the whole situation is that no one was watching me. I mean, I was alone. It was amazing. Anyway, I just, when I finished the telephone, I said, I have to check what's happening. What is this? Why do I have this tension? And I started to do the inner work. And the first thing I noticed is that I just let the feeling of the jaw, right? Because the jaw was very tense. It was like this, it was, yeah, this face of smile, or the smile that we put socially, And what I did is I overdo it. It was like, doing a lot of movement with the jaw. And this allowed me to go deep and see that there was something else in there. And what I found out, it was anger. I was angry. It was like it was transforming into anger, and I felt this need to put it out. So I started to let this movement of, there was something I wanted to say. And instead of doing like this, my jaw just began to, that angry feeling. So I let it out. I say, all this, this is part of the process, right? You just do it, and if there is some voice to it, you just allow it to go out. And you allow this energy, because after all, this is the energy that is trapped in the body and that needs to come out. And this is why we need to allow ourselves to release it. Don't need to scream or anything, but you need to let it out. And so I did, and I started. And the phrase that was coming to me is that this is my space, this is my space, this is my space. And I was letting it out, and the image, because normally when you put yourself in it, some image or some moment comes to you when you felt that. And normally it's a childhood, or sometimes in the adolescence. It's something that was from the past that you couldn't express at the time. And this is why it is there. It's still there, because it couldn't come out. So I express it, and the image that came to me, it was me when I was around 6-7 years. When I was 6, my sister was born. And I went to being just me to having someone else that had the attention of my parents, And I felt this because, of course, I wanted this space was mine, and now I had someone else, and I was upset. It's normal. I mean, it's normal that I was upset. The only thing, I couldn't express it because I was a very good kid and I wanted to be pleasant. And this is why, as I couldn't express, I put that smile, and this is where the smile began, And I said, oh God. And then when I release it, it all come true. So it was kind of a relief. And the day after, I was still with that sensation, and I started to feel some pain in the chest. And I say, oh God, and there is more to it. There is another layer to And I started to check, and I saw that it was pain. I was sad, and it was the same child that, of course, behind the anger, it was the pain. She felt not chosen. She felt that she didn't deserve the attention. She felt lonely, that child. Because the attention now was going, well, she had some attention, but her sister also, my sister, had also the attention. It was a baby, so it had probably more attention than me. And that issue, yeah, that child couldn't cope with it. So she put that smile, and that inner loneliness, this sensation of not being chosen, it remained. So I allow myself to feel that, because this is the thing, right? All these emotions, they keep us trapped in the body. It's tension everywhere. And one of the tension, it was like putting my arms here. It's like protecting the heart. This was the kind of movement that came to me. So I let it out. I start to cry, and I let it out, and I felt this sadness, this loneliness. And then what I did is, me as an adult, I said to this child, okay, now I can give you this love. I can choose you. You are not lonely. You are here with me. And I started to give this love to this child that needed it. This is the process, the inner child work, right? You start to give yourself the love, the attention that you couldn't have at this time, so that you can release the emotion, and release also the tension in the body. And normally the tension in the body also sometimes goes to the mind, but anyway, we are with the body now. So all this tension was being released. And once I was over, I was in such peace, such presence. It was so good that I think I haven't felt like this in years. There was no thoughts. I was relaxed. The nervous system was calm. You know that sensation when you are at the beach and you're just listening to the waves? That sensation when you are on holidays and you know they don't need to do anything. You're just there. Yeah, it reminded me of my holidays. And I said, wow, so good. And I was in this state for quite a while. It was worth it, and now I can return to it. Actually, I went to the park and I could again feel that sensation. It is like a warm presence that comes, and you just relax all the body. It's so good. So this is the gift. This is what comes when you go through all this. When you finally start to release all these old patterns that are there, and sometimes you're not even aware. This is the goal, for you to be more present, for you to be able to love yourself and give yourself all that you couldn't have when you were a child. You can do this now. And the good thing is that if you're a parent and you do this to yourself, you will not pass this to your child, because this ends with you. You break the pattern for everyone. So that's the work I do. If you're interested or you resonate and you want to explore more, I will leave in the description below my website. Check it out. See you in the next video.